welcome back to Confessions of a Hoarder. If you're new to my channel, thanks so much for stopping by and checking me out. I'm a hoarder and I disguise my identity with sunglasses on and the phone in front of my face because I'm still a little too vulnerable to reveal who I am to the world and be like, here's all my stuff, here's all my crap. But I'm getting there, I'm getting better. So on this confessional, I'm going to get a little more serious than I usually am. This topic is hoarders do not struggle with greed or being greedy people. And that subject stemmed from a person who commented on my first KonMari method part 1, where she left a pretty harsh comment that had said, you do not have a hoarding problem. You have a greed problem and shame on you. Oh yeah, and she put more stuff on, but that was the first line or two in her comment. And when I read it, I was like, ooh, ouch, that is very judgy. My goodness, she was the judge, the jury, and she slammed the shame card on me. But it really got me thinking though, because I know from watching the other YouTube videos on hoarders, I saw that commonly written in the comment section of hoarders are greedy and selfish and dirty and all this awful stuff, and this stigma that's attached to hoarding. And it really made me think, you know what, strange lady with the harsh judgment? Thank you for actually saying that, because it made me think I want to speak out. That's why I created this channel, because people don't understand how a hoarder's mind is wired. And, I can actually see where they're thinking that hoarders are greedy, because you see this accumulation of stuff, a lot of stuff, and you don't understand why they have it. So it's pretty easy to assume that greed is involved in this, right? Because when you think of greed, at least when I think of greed, I do think of someone who needs to accumulate a lot of stuff like money, wealth, power, material possessions. But I also think that people that are greedy also hurt other people trying to get to it too. Either cheat them out of it, con them out of it. I just feel like when you attach greed to a person's character, they're doing everything to get whatever they're after, and everyone in the way is dispensable. They have no, repercussion for how another person feels to obtain the job promotion, the money, the power. They don't care who gets hurt on the way. And that's how I feel greed is. I'm sure other people will describe greed a little differently, but that's how I associate greed. So when I think of when people don't understand why we hoard and you see the accumulation, I see how it can be quick to assume that it's greed. But I am here to tell you, hoarders, and I'm speaking behalf on all hoarders, I believe we're all across the board. Hoarders do not have a greed problem. We have an anxiety or depression problem. That's the issue that we deal with. And we didn't accumulate all of this stuff in a year or two, okay? I didn't push over old ladies and kick small children to get the crap that's in my house right now. No, that didn't happen, okay? What has happened that you see is an accumulation of what has come into my life over decades, okay? I have things that are decades old. And my problem is that as new things came in, I never discarded old things because I had an attachment to it. I had a story to it. I have a memory to it. I have I've humanized it. That's the problem a hoarder has, and that's where the struggle of letting go happens, right? Because if we since we attached all this value and we attached, like, humanized it, and it's our memories, and it's an expression of who I am, when I get rid of it, it feels like a great, immense loss. And that immense loss will trigger a panic attack in me, a great panic attack that will take over my body. So to avoid the panic attack and to be in basically survival mode, I will then hold on to it to keep the anxiety monster at bay, so I can feel calm and don't feel that great loss because I held on to it. So the great loss, that feeling of loss, it's not there. And I don't have depression, but I know that there's some hoarders that do have depression. And I feel like it's very similar. By holding on, and please, if you are a hoarder who struggles with depression, you definitely correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just guessing because I'm just like being parallel to my anxiety. I'm guessing that you hold on to it, the stuff, for over years because it makes you happy and it keeps your depression at bay, right? I mean, that's just my guess. So that's the message that I wanted to convey to people who don't understand hoarding. It has nothing to do with me being greedy and accumulating stuff and taking money from people or hurting people or just, I need to grab it and you don't get it. No. It has nothing to do with greed. It has everything to do that I'm having a hard time letting it go. So I hold on to the same things that have accumulated into my life, whether it's gift giving or, I'm allowed to shop here and there, right? I'm allowed to go shop. Yard selling, gifts, just decades of stuff that has come into my life and I have held on to it. That is the problem that I have. Hoarders can be very giving people as well. Trust me, we can give. I give a lot. I give money away to charities that mean a lot to me. I also give a lot of my time for different charities and events and organizations that, again, are near and dear to my heart because I am passionate about it feels really good to help people in need. We're blessed and it just feels really good to give that blessing to someone else, whether it's money and time. And now I'm learning, as not only those very big assets, giving stuff that I already have as well. Because I'm finding as I give my stuff away and I know it's going to somebody that will help them, I'm transferring the joy and that anxiety monster's like staying down, like it's staying calm. I'm learning that as I have, started this process. So these were just the key points that I just wanted non-hoarders to just understand how our minds work. That's why I created this channel. I created this channel so that people could understand how we're wired and that other hoarders knew that we weren't alone, right? We're not alone in this journey. And I wanted to be the voice for that, especially for that when that lady had said the greed comment, and I was worried that another hoarder would read that and then kind of be like, oh no, and feel bad about themselves. And I wanted to be the voice of all hoarders on why we're holding on to it, okay? So I think, guys, I feel like I got my point across. I do. I feel like today I got my point across. So guys, hoarding, at least for me, and I feel like I'm speaking for probably 90 to 95% of people, hoarding is not a greed thing. Hoarding is an anxiety or depression thing. and us just having a hard time letting go of what we already had over decades, not a short period of time, over decades and childhood and everything, okay? So guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye.